Great question. And I'm going to bring an expert up on the stage to answer it, my wonderful husband, Herb. He can address it better than anybody.
Well, what I've got to tell the husbands is that abortion is a real and a present danger to your marriage. If you do nothing, eventually it will die. And a lot of times you won't even know that's the reason that it died. Luli made sure that she protected her secret at all cost. She wouldn't tell anybody, her family or anybody. Only reason she told me is I frustrated her to the point that she blurted it out. And but during our marriage there was constant, uncontrollable anger at certain times, and particularly on Saturday mornings. And so with the guys, we knew to get in the foxholes and not look up because somebody's going to die. And so, so she hated men, she hated God, but most of all, she hated herself. And so, I used to kiddingly call her Hostile Woman and the Velvet Hammer, because she was so nice to everybody else except when she was at home, and it's because that was a secret, And so, thankfully, there's a cure. And the cure was that we went to 4 counselors, and we even did the Gestalt therapy, which was the most scary thing I've ever seen. And none of it worked, but Someone Cares worked. And in the 8th week, she got healed. And it was the coolest thing I've ever seen to see. She's not the same person anymore. She's free at last. She's free at last. Thank God Almighty, she is free. And it to be just even to see that was cool, because I considered it a miracle, because it was 14 years in the marriage at that point, and I wasn't given a whole lot of hope. But she realized that God was not the big zapper in the sky that was punishing her for what she had done. She finally realized He was there with her the whole time, walked through all that with her, and forgave her. Her biggest problem was that she had a hard time forgiving herself. But what's the advice for the husbands? First of all, men, we were raised to be tough. Get it behind us. If you had a bad last play, don't let it affect the next one. So do not project that thinking on your wife. That get it behind you. It's history. Don't let it worry you. Get it behind. Let's move on. Because and also don't see it as she's just another angry woman. And what can I do with that other than to withdraw? I'm just going to withdraw. Because she's just mad at me all the time. The thing is to be able to see her like they were painting the picture for you today. She is a woman with a gushing wound, and she's dying. She's bleeding to death. If you don't do anything, she's going to die, and your marriage with it. And so the only person who can heal her is Jesus. And you've got to get her there as soon as you possibly can. And whenever I get to talk with all the husbands, it's really a privilege, because they are dazed and confused. They have no idea what's going on. And so I say, okay, to illustrate it, I got a sword here, samurai sword. I just cut your right arm off, and you're shooting blood across the street. I wait a couple of minutes, and I say, okay, that's history. Let's get on with life. Come on, let's get over it. It's history. Come on. Toughen up. She can't. She's wounded. She's got a gushing wound. If you don't do anything, she's going to slowly die. Your marriage is going to slowly die. And so, you've got to be her protector. And so Two things you can do. One is see her the way God sees her, that she's wounded, but she's forgiven. And the second one is that you get her to Jesus as fast as you can. Thanks.